Hey guys, relax, right? Today is Friday. Yesterday, no stock market because it's the holiday for Thanksgiving, and then today is the Black Friday. Walmart been announced the performance 1 week before, so all of us waiting for like Walmart or Best Buy or Target, Costco to announce the result after the week of Thanksgiving and Black Friday. But actually, we know that there are so many times of discount for 1 year, maybe more than 10 times. For instance, if you buy the game from Amazon or Steam, then there are, if my memory serves me well, then for 1 year is about at least 8 to more than 8 times for a big discount, right? They just want to find some excuse for them to sell the old games, right? So I don't think that for now, like Black Friday or Thanksgiving will trigger the sales, but we're still looking for the spending of US because we want to see if the retail will go through slightly recession or no big event, right, on the putting up of the interest rate and the inflation, blah, 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 right? So today we take a look on the performance of Walmart, right? Thanks for guys, then joining us for so long. Then although our number of views is not very big, then thank you for anyway. Then our Falcon portfolio been up to 84% already, right? It's a good performance, right, for this year. So if any of you want any stock that you want me to analyze, then you can leave your message under the YouTube, or you can directly email to me by Usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com. Here is our cover. Then I take it from the financial report of Walmart. And we are waiting for the sales result of Black Friday from Walmart, right? So no change in the Dow Jones and or the index because yesterday is the stock market there is no stock market, right? So Dow Jones the same, right? And Nasdaq the same. So this is our Falcon 350,000 portfolio. Then we sorry about that. Then we up to 86% already, right? Only Nasdaq is 84%, and this year. Year 2023, then our portfolio been up 40%. Then how it been calculated is calculated from the end of 2022, the total value of this portfolio, right? Say for instance, then at the time is 10, and then now is 14, so we increased by 40%, something like that, right? So just few news, right? Singapore is going to tighten the crypto. I think that there is the same in US. This is very difficult, right? Need to go for a lot of meetings. All of us know that crypto must have a big, very big room for that because I don't know too many people to know how our money being spent, right? They may not be illegal, right? But just don't want the government to know. So now, what is the normal way of investment? Buying a property, buying a stock, buying notes, something like that, right? Or directly invest into something. So there is there is a public register if you do any of them, right? So a lot of people know that where your money goes to, where your money comes from. And a lot of people that they don't like the other people to know, although the money flowing in or flowing out is legal. So crypto has the value to exist, right? So Singapore is is very difficult for Singapore, right? How to say it's because you cannot squeeze it to die, right? If too tight, then no one will use. If too loose, then it may go for black money or money laundering, all right? So it is quite difficult task for Singapore. She won it. Right, she won it. She won the crypto. But she does not want the crypto to do too many dirty things. Right. So we'll wait for that, right? I think it's the same difficulty in US nowadays, right? So this is good news for us because we've been increased the Apple stock for 50% at the early of this year. We thought we lose. Honestly speaking, we thought we lose, right? But luckily, then Apple rise back, and then the global smartphone sales rebound in October, right? This is a good thing for us, right? And we will continue to see that. So we go for Walmart. So Walmart is a little bit disappointing because for these few years, and Walmart really get no increment in the stock price. Only what you can get is the dividend, right? And then you can see that it just 2 days before, Walmart tumbles 8% on a cautious holiday outlook for consumer spending, right? And that means the people is looking down. The expectation is low. The people will spend less on Black Friday or Thanksgiving, right? You know that in maybe 8 or 10 years before, then all the people that waiting for the discount, and then they sitting in front of the Walmart store, and then when it open, they rush in, right? Some people even died and been surpassed, right? So nowadays may not, and the people is and the investor fund manager looking at Walmart, Target, Costco, Best Buy, see what their data are, right? So they can do an analyze and then see if the U.S. spending or economy is still strong, weak, or recession already come. So we can see that for the Target stock price is a little bit disappointing, right? You can see that. Then I'll show you the next one. That means it's 5 year or 1 year, right? The PE now is not expensive, 25, and then the dividend is 1.47%. Quite easy to see. For past 5 years, Walmart stock price increased at 58%, right? Together with the dividend, 1.47%. I think you add together is about 70%, right? Per 5 years, less than a double. And then for past 1 year, then nearly no increment, only 1%, and then you only get 1% more on the dividend. That means less than 3%, only 2.5. This is a little bit disappointing, right? Make us think that then how does what happened to Walmart, right? I prefer to look at the financial presentation because it's quite easy for you to study, right? You no need to go through a lot of the figures that are cool, right? The figures that are very cool, right? So with a lot of pictures or bar charts, so you can easily compare, right? So forget about the fiscal year 2024, right? They always use like that, right? Not in the same as is 2023, it doesn't matter. So the financial quarter of Walmart now is fiscal year 2024, the third quarter. So very easy for you to see, right? Then the yellow one is the most updated one, right? You can see that the revenue nearly no change, right? Nearly no change, right? 160.8 billion, right? So she said CC is the constant currency, right? But we know that it's not constant, right? So that means in the reality, it dropped it. It dropped it. If compared to 1 quarter before, then you can see that, right? This is a billion, right? 160.8 billion, and 1 quarter before, the last quarter is 161.6 billion. It dropped it. And then for the gross profit rate, gross profit rate for supermarket is very important, right? Because then the customer will not care about your net profit. Right? They just buy it. Right? So for the gross profit, that means and how you operate the business, and if the customer is willing to pay the selling price that you listed on your supermarket, then you can see that they're the same, no increment, 24% and 24%. And then there is the earning per share. For the adjusted, we look at the adjusted, right? Because it eliminates all the other non-related factors. You can see that very clear. The adjusted earning per share is dropped, right? Earning per share is dropped from 2.92 to 0.17. And then the adjusted better, 1.84 dropped to 1.53. Right? Then she claimed that because of the tax, right, we just take it for granted first. And then the operating cash flow increased a little bit. But for the free cash flow, when we further deduct the tax, further deduct the other things, then you can see the free cash flow is dropped more than a half, from 9 billion to only 4.3 billion US dollar. And this is the return to the shareholders, right? The blue bar is the dividend. Dividend is the same, right? 1.5, same as last quarter. But the share repurchase is much less, right? 0.1 billion compared with 0.5 billion for 1 quarter before. So for comparable sales, this is very important, right? That means for the sales compared to 1 year before, see how the increment is. You can see that the comparable sales increment is only 4.9. And then for 1 quarter before is 6.4. If we look back to 1 year before, 8.3%, right? So just slow down for Target, for Walmart, it just slow down, right? For the data, we just go through, then a lot of data just slow down, right? For Sam's Club, right? Sam's Club, you can see that for the blue one is with the fill, and the yellow one is without the fill, right? Normally, we'll see without the fill, right? The same, right? For 1 year before, quarter by quarter, the comparable sales for Sam's Club is 10, 12.2, 7, 5.5, and now is 3.8. So the increment just slow down, and slow down. Then what happened to you? Walmart, right? We cannot forget, all right? Don't forget, now in the whole world, there's no COVID-19 already. Right? There's no COVID-19 anywhere, restriction in the whole world for more than 1 year. In the Europe or US, it's more than 1 year, maybe 1.5 years or 2 years. Even in Hong Kong, in Japan, or in Korea, something like that, they get rid of any restriction for the COVID-19 for 1 year already. So there's not the excuse anymore. So you can see that this is better for international, better. 28 increased a little bit, right? 27.6 billion increased to 28 billion US dollar for the sales. And then Walmart, right? Walmart is Mexico and Central of America, right? Not North America. Still not good, right? For the sales, the increment dropped. Last quarter increment is 8.7. Even 1 year before, the increment is 10.6. Now it's only 8%, right? The increment is slower and slower. Canada, a little bit better, right? Because we just go through the international, right? It's better. Canada, 2% better, 0.2% better. That's good. China also okay, right? Because you know that, right? Because you know that in China, when the economy is not good, they will go to the supermarket. But I just heard that then Walmart is going to retreat from China, but I cannot find the news. Right? I just heard it from some of the YouTubers, but I cannot find the news. Right? So you can see that for China, the sales is increased, right? 18.6%. Although we go through the financial data, then we still put it here, right? Better for you if you want to see, right? So for the total revenue is 160.8 billion US dollar for this quarter. Well, this quarter is for 3 months. October, September, and August, September, and October for 3 months. And then the net income is quite small, 0.45 billion US dollar, right? Just very, very low for the net profit margin. So I have calculated for you, right? For the liability, I calculated for you, right? The current liability surplus, that means you can take a look. The current asset, 88 billion US dollar, right? But for the current liability, 104. So the surplus, that means the current liability is not enough to cover all the current liability. So the surplus is 16 billion US dollar. And then she has to pay back per year for the capital and then for the interest. It's about 52.6 billion US dollar per year. But the yearly net profit, I've double checked it on the other website, is only 1.8 billion US dollar. Not good. Right, it's quite bad. Actually, it's quite bad for Walmart. I know that she received the cash every day. It's much better for her. It's much better for look at for the long-term debt, right? 36.3 billion US dollar, right? Look at that. That's the main debt, right? So it's a lot. We know that, right? So we have to take a look on that, right? We have to take a look on that for Walmart, and she has to improve a lot then before she can settle. I don't think that she will have a finance problem. No. Why? Because she received the cash every day, right? But she has to trigger up the sales immediately, right? Otherwise, then you can see that why the whole world is recovered, then why Walmart is still like that, right? That's the reason. So we can see that this is for 5 years Walmart stock diagram. You can see that then she want to go up and then go down, go up and go down. It's not like before. For before, then she go down and then go up. Then I think if in the past 5 years before, she already go up to 180 already, right? But now, I bought Walmart a few years before, and then after 1 year, I sold it. Why? Because no increment. Seems there a problem, especially during the COVID-19, right? And then now is no loss or no gain because still 100 and I bought it 140 something, all right, 140 something. Still earn a little bit, but not my intention. So I sold it, right? So you can see that after more than 1 year, then it's still 154. Then you get something, but you get something for 5 years, for 58% of the increase in the stock price, but you lost a lot, right? If you're looking for the increment, then a lot of stock, then 5 years more than double, even in the COVID-19, or like Nvidia or the AI stock, then maybe 2 times for 5 years. So that's need to see what you are intended to, right? But don't buy Walmart at this time, right? I'm not going to ask you to sell it out, but don't buy it at this time. let's wait for 1 or 2 seasons first and see how it goes, right? It's better. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and then your like, comment, share are much appreciated. Then please subscribe and then press the bell icon next to it. Okay, thanks guys for watching, and hope you have a very happy weekend. Thanksgiving, Black Friday. See you next Friday. Bye bye.